Hello everyone, good evening, and if you're, I don't know what time you're watching this, but I've been recording these classes in the evening here in Denmark, so thank you very much and welcome to a new class on how to import in Brazil. And today we're going to be doing an import simulation, as I promised in our last class, of on how to import a lamp in Brazil. Could be, could be a pair of sneakers, could be pair of scissors, could be whatever. This is just a simulation. There are a few details that I would like to comment on comment beforehand. So every time you import in Brazil, you have an HS tariff, as we call in Europe, or NCM code. It's very important that you check this code beforehand, so you will know the amount of taxes due to that specific product, and that product also is fits into a category in Brazil. So that is very important for you to do. Your local customs broker, obviously, they are experts in this subject, and they will be helping you in that regard. So, but the first thing here, when you import in Brazil, I'm assuming here you are, maybe you're a Danish company, Nordic company, North American company. You decided to also to establish your organization in Brazil and to import in Brazil, but that could also be for just for exporters. But of course, for exporters, you won't consider some of the costs that I include here. But if you have a Brazilian company, if you decided to start in Brazil, this is what you're gonna do. So first you have your CIF price, which basically consists in your FOB, consists of your FOB price, your freight cost, and your insurance cost. So here for this lamp, I'm considering that I'm just using a figure of $100, so you can understand what is going to be the landed cost of a lamp when it arrives in Brazil. So the freight, I'm considering that the freight is going to cost 1% of the total FOB price, and the insurance 0.55%, or 55 cents a dollar. So the landed costs before the product goes through the customs in Brazil, it's $101.55. But now, as we spoke last class, you will see that the taxes in Brazil are compounded. So the first tax you have to consider when you import in Brazil is the II, or the imported tax over imported products. And in this specific case, again, check the HS tariff to your product. It's 18%. So you're gonna have a code. You have to pass that code along to the customs broker to see how much is the tax due to pay. In this case, it's 18%. So you're gonna calculate 18% on top of this $101, which is the landed cost, and here you have $28, and then you have another tax here, which is the tax over industrialized products, and in this case, again, it's due to the code 15%, which ends up being 24 cents of dollar. And then we have another federal contribution called PIS that I commented, not PIS, but that, yeah, PIS. It's a federal contribution. It's an amount of 165%, and it accounts for and it totals for 168 cents a dollar. Then you have another federal contribution that you have to include, 7.6% on top, again, of this total amount here, okay, of 101.55 cents a dollar. and it accounts for, the value is $7.72 to pay. And on top of that, you have to include also the ICM tax, which is the tax over the circulation of products and products in Brazil. So in this case, in order to calculate this is the most tricky tax when you calculate when you're importing in Brazil, because this is a tax that I'll try to make the explanation really simple. So when you as an importer, you have your cost. You already include the ICMS, which is the tax that will vary according to the state that your product is being imported from. São Paulo's ICMS is in a value of 18%. Okay, so when you import a product, what happens is you have to include the CIF price plus other expenses plus the tax over imported products plus the IPI plus the PIS and plus the COFINS. The ICMS for São Paulo is in the value of 18%. And what you have to do is, besides including the CIF price and the PIS and COFINS, then you have to divide this tax by itself, because you're working here as this tax mainly, as you include this tax in your cost, the government doesn't want to know. The government is the clever guy, and the government wants this tax as well. So who ends up paying for this tax is the end consumer. So the way to calculate here, as you can see, is you have the total, you have the CIF price here, or the price when it arrives in Brazil, the landed cost, 101.55, plus we're considering that other expenses, foremanship, warehousing, it's going to cost $20. Of course, we are extrapolating here. I'm extrapolating here this cost, and then you just have to include the other taxes here as we calculated previously. Then you will divide 100%, 100 or 1 minus 18, which is the value of this tax for São Paulo, and multiply this tax for itself. So you will find an amount of roughly $36.29 for the ICMS just in the state of São Paulo. Okay, and then the total amount, not including all handling fees. So the total amount will be $180. So this is very important for you to, if you want to import in Brazil, and if you want to see if you're gonna have that competitive edge, if your product is going to be competitive, or how are you going to kickstart your operations in Brazil. This is it's a very important step to see if there is an actual market for you. So and then you can do the same for a product with similar characteristics in Brazil, and see what is the difference of cost. What is the cost difference? So basically this is it, and I'm looking forward to hearing your feedback. And yeah, this is just a simulation for one lamp, one very specific case with a very specific HS tariff. So please let me know what do you thought of this class, if it's clear enough or not, and I'm looking very much forward to hearing from you. Thank you very much, and I'll be seeing you very soon, guys. Take care. Bye bye.